What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Super Awesome Movie Review. Man, this has been a really busy year. I mean, with the whole SOPA protest, making new videos for YouTube, some work around the house, and some schoolwork. Man, I don't know how I can do it. Wait a minute. It's June. That can only mean one thing. Summer! Thank God, summer, one of the greatest seasons of all time. The season where I have an excuse to relax. I could also jump in my pool.
I believe I can fly.
Sunbathe. And my favorite, towel bathing.
This is really hot.
Yeah, I invented towel bathing. I expect that to be the new planking. I know, I'm stupid. But there's something else that I would like to do around the summertime. Make more videos. There's a whole bunch of videos I would like to do in the summertime, hopefully before it ends. And I want to start off with a new movie marathon. Yes, I'm doing another marathon. As we all know, I love to do marathons on YouTube. As we know, last year, I did Batman-a-thon. And in the last episode, I did a hint for something very super that I was going to do next year. Well, it's about time that I do it. Finally, after months and months of waiting, it's finally come. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the first episode of Superman-a-thon. Yes, throughout this month and hopefully once a week, I'm going to be reviewing every Superman movie out there. Most of them. Now, Superman's gone through a pretty bad rap lately. A lot of people are actually hating on Superman, saying he's a bad superhero. Now, there's nothing wrong with not liking Superman. I just find all the options very stupid. Oh, he's too powerful. Yeah, so is Wolverine. Oh, he's too kind and loving. Yeah, so is Spider-Man. Oh, he's overrated. Yeah, so is Kick-Ass. He wears underwear outside his pants. So does Batman, and... now we have to come to this. But it doesn't matter. No matter what people say, I'm always gonna love Superman. Superman was all-time one of my favorite superheroes. He's just everything that a superhero should be. Kind, loving, strong, and powerful. Well, don't get me wrong, I love the new Superman. And I enjoy all of his movies, like Superman, Superman 2, and... I even enjoy a lot of the animated films that have Superman in it. And of course, I cannot wait for The Man of Steel. Oh, trust me, I will be reviewing that when that comes out. Hopefully in a Superman costume. But this marathon is going to be no costumes, it's going to be seriously, it's just going to be me reviewing it for you guys. So let's get started with the first Superman movie that everyone is talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my review of Richard Donner's Superman the movie. By far, one of the best superhero movies of all time. This was The Avengers for 1978. Acting is great, the story is great, the effects are just unbelievable. Even for 1978, the timeline was, you will believe a man could fly. Now, they mostly say that just to get you in and all that, but they were right. This was just unbelievable. The classical music by John Williams is just great. Christopher Reeve did absolutely amazing as Superman. He's by far one of the best Supermans out there. No one else could compare to him. I mean, George Reeves, you did good. Dean Cain, you did pretty good. Tom Welling, you did fantastic. And Henry Cavill, I think you will be an awesome Superman. But I'm sorry to say this, you guys are shit compared to Christopher Reeve. There's no one else like him. But what about the other actors? It's not just Christopher Reeve that stole the show. Marlon Brando just took it. He's one of the greatest Jor-Els ever. He's pretty much the reason why Jor-El is famous the way he is now. I mean, back then no one really gave a shit about Jor-El until this movie came out. He's being played by the freaking Godfather. How awesome is that? Lois Lane isn't this bitchy damsel in distress like she was in the comic books. Not to say that she wasn't when Noel Neill was playing her, but I liked Margot Kidder a little bit more. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor. Not the best Lex Luthor, but he was still pretty good. I mean, he's the world's greatest criminal here. Come on, I mean, he's awesome. Now the story for Superman the movie. By far one of the best for superhero origin stories. I just love how they go in a little bit of backstory about Superman's home world. I mean, the rest were okay, but this story was just awesome. I love how they made the insignia right here. More of a family crest, which was just Superman. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I will admit that the beginning sequence between Krypton was a little bit slow. I mean, they could have rushed it just a little bit, but it's still a nice scene. But the one scene I never had... There's also another complaint I have about the Superman movie, is Zod. I did not get that scene in the beginning. I mean, I know they filmed Superman 1 and 2 at the same time, but still, unless they did that for an ending, like how Marvel does their movies, like, oh, we're gonna do a little sneak preview of what's gonna happen next. It doesn't make any sense to me. But all in all, this is a very good movie. I really love this movie. This is by far one of my favorite superhero movies, by far. I mean, I love The Avengers and The Dark Knight. Those were great films. Those films can't beat this movie. I'm sorry. It's just an awesome movie. So let's go to ratings. Again, very good movie. One of the best by far. I have to give it a 10 out of 10. It's, besides those little complaints I have, is just outstanding. I really do like this movie. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Supermanathon. Next week, hopefully, we'll review Superman 2. Another one of my favorite Superman movies. So, alright, thank you, and I'll see you next time.